Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon the series, the beginning episode talk. So, in this episode, welcome to the city that never sleeps, aka Neon Town. And immediately a man bumps into Ash, and it is a very angry man. And then we have a very angry Officer Jenny as well, who basically yells at them to find a hotel and go to sleep. So the next day, the gang leaves Neon Town and they are back in the forest again, where they find a lonely Jigglypuff. And Misty is like, I'ma catch it, because it's a cutesy Pokemon and she's a girl. Because Brock is like, I thought you only like water type Pokemon. And she's like, well, you know, I like this one too. So, after a double edge from Staryu, Jigglypuff starts to cry. And she's like, oh, why are you crying? I'm like, maybe because you hit it with a double edge from like basically a throwing star? What's wrong with you? However, we then learned that Jigglypuff, sadly enough, can't sing, after the Pokedex makes it very clear that the main thing Jigglypuff does is sing. So now the gang will help Jigglypuff sing. And Misty basically does the do re mi fa sol la si. And when Pikachu copies it, Jigglypuff gets jealous and kicks Pikachu, but then jumps away so that it's unknown who kicked Pikachu. But after nothing really works, Brock comes up with the idea of using a special type of berry that grows around here. Very convenient. And that brings Jigglypuff's voice back. So now Jigglypuff can sing. And everyone's happy about it. And for some reason, it still kicks Pikachu. For no reason at all. Pikachu's like, yay, you can sing again. And Jigglypuff is like, kick, why? So let's hear that beautiful Jigglypuff voice. And everyone falls asleep. Simple as that. So Jigglypuff finds a marker inside of Ash's backpack and paints on the faces of everyone. And then, because Team Rocket wants to use Jigglypuff's song in order to put to sleep the people of Neon Town so that they can steal the Pokemon, they also fell asleep because they also listened to the song in order to record it. So Jigglypuff draws on them as well. So the gang wakes up and Jigglypuff is very sad about it, and obviously they've been painted on, so they need to wash it off. But then they come up with the idea, we could use Pokemon. Now they are almost there. You just have to wait until Generation 3 until this can be finalized, because of the fact that only a Pokemon with the ability Soundproof can listen to the Jigglypuff song fully. So they send out all of their Pokemon, I guess except one, and they all fall asleep. So that didn't work out either, but then Misty's like, Psyduck's too dumb to fall asleep. So Jigglypuff sings the whole song for Psyduck, and Psyduck falls asleep. However, he falls asleep with eyes wide open. That doesn't make Misty all that happy. You stupid idiots! What do you mean you fell asleep with your eyes wide open? Psyduck can't even sleep right. But then they come up with the idea to use it on the people of Neon Town, because they never sleep. So maybe they'll be able to listen to Jigglypuff's song. And they're basically doing what Team Rocket wanted to do, but then in the opposite way. Instead of putting them to sleep, they think that they'll listen to the song because of the fact that they don't sleep. So, with enemies like that, who needs friends? So they go into town, but the karaoke shop doesn't want to do it. But then Team Rocket arrives in a truck, and it's like, you can use our truck. And so they do, but Team Rocket beforehand puts in earplugs so that they can go around and start stealing Pokemon. However, as Jigglypuff begins to sing, the whole town falls asleep and the earplugs don't work. So everyone fell asleep, and that makes Jigglypuff very upset, so Jigglypuff leaves. And then the next day, everyone wakes up, and now everyone's nice. Now Brock immediately thinks the fact that they're nice because of Jigglypuff's song, which is like, no, if you don't sleep for like a full 24 hours, you will become more grumpy. Apparently, these people never sleep, which technically means they should be dead, because I think if you don't sleep for 3 days in a row, you will die. You will die of exhaustion. But basically, the night sleep caused them to realize their mistakes. Even the guy who bumped into Ash at the beginning of the episode is like, I'm sorry, dude, for bumping into you. Ash's like, don't worry, it's all fine. But with Jigglypuff gone and the town awake, I guess there's nothing left to do. So the gang continues on their journey, and they are followed by Jigglypuff. And that's where the episode ends. And overall, it was actually a fun episode. Too bad I fell asleep 15 times in this episode, but that's not my fault. It's the song of Jigglypuff. It's so powerful. But overall, I thought this episode was actually a lot of fun. It does feel a bit fillery, even though it is Jigglypuff's introduction, who will become a recurring character in Kanto and Johto, and maybe the Orange Islands as well. I don't remember if Jigglypuff was in the Orange Islands. I just remember Kanto and Johto, and then a little bit of Hoenn, and then we don't see it anymore until they bring it back in Sun and Moon for some reason, because nostalgia, I guess. I didn't like that, because they basically had a good ending for Jigglypuff, and if I remember correctly. I may not. We'll find out in 4 years. But I in my memory, I'm like, they pretty much had a good ending, and then they just threw it away in order to bring Jigglypuff back in Sun and Moon. So it is not an actual filler episode, but it did kind of feel like it. But I love the way that they were trying to help Jigglypuff. First with getting its voice back, which was a mistake, but also with the fact that they need to, you know, figure out someone who will listen to Jigglypuff's entire song without falling asleep. And then, you know, Psyduck sleeping with its eyes wide open was also very much funny. Overall, very much enjoyed this episode. So, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. With that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like and subscribe if you're new to the dance array. Turn on notifications. Don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys next week when we have an Aerodactyl and a Charmeleon evolution. Bye!